what's up guys? Welcome back to the part 7 of the tower defense game in Scratch. So far we have a very cool game. We have balloons that follow a path. We can buy these turrets for $40. We can rotate them so it points here. And we have a collision system with the bullets that's fully working. As you can see, the health is also working, so that's great to see. However, the way that the balloons spawn is kind of boring. It's the same, and they have the same space, they're at the same health, so we kind of want to change that. And we want to introduce a wave system so that the balloons come in waves. So in order to do that, we're going to create a new variable. We're going to call it wave. We're going to set this wave variable to start off at, let's say, the third wave. And this is just for testing. Actually, it'll be starting at 1. So the next thing we need to do is introduce that here. So instead of having this, what we're going to do is bring in a repeat. And the higher the wave number, the more we want to spawn. So we're going to bring in the multiplication. And we are going to bring in 10. And as you may guess, do 10 times the wave number. We also want to create a clone so that if the wave is 3, it'll create 30. And we also want to wait a different amount of time depending on the wave. So we're going to bring in a divided by, and we're going to duplicate this and say 2 divided by wave. So what this is doing is it's saying that the higher the wave number is, the less space in between the balloons, so the harder it gets. So as you may guess, if we change this to wave 1, they have a bigger gap, and if you change it to wave 5, they have a smaller gap. So the next thing we want to do is make it so that the balloons have different types and different health. So what I've done really quickly is made 4 different costumes with 1, 2, 3, and 4 showing the level of the balloon. So 4 will take 4 shots in order to destroy. So the way to implement this is to first randomize which costume it goes to. So we're going to put that right here, and we're going to bring in a pick random from 1 to wave. And the reason we bring it to wave and not 4 is because we don't want level 4 balloons showing up in wave 2. That would be way too difficult. The next thing to do is make it so that if a wave 2 balloon is hit, it simply moves down to a wave 1 rather than being destroyed. So the way to do that is to drag in an if-else block. And in the if, we are going to have a equal sign and put 1 right here. And go into looks, bring in the costume number block, and all we're going to do is delete it. So if we are at a wave 1 balloon, delete. Otherwise, simply switch to the next costume. So we're going to switch costume to, bring in a minus sign, and then have the costume number here as well. So let's see how this works. So wave 2 is only producing wave 1 and 2. If we bring in this and put it somewhere here, as you can see, it moves to a wave 1, but if we shoot a wave 1, it simply disappears. So that's working perfectly. So the next thing we want to do is make it so that if a wave 2 balloon gets its way to the end, you lose 2 lives and your health goes down by 2 instead of 1. So there's a pretty easy way to do this. All we have to do is once we zoom in, and we bring this multiplication sign, we can bring -1 on the right side, and in the other circle, we want to put your costume number, and we're going to get that in the look section right here. Perfect. So the next thing we want to do is make it so that a higher level balloon, so a level 4 balloon, for example, will move slower. So the way to do that is to change what's in here. So what we're going to have is a couple operators. So first, it's going to be divided by, and on the right side, you're going to have a plus. On the very left, we're going to have a 10, and on the very right, we're going to have a 5. And right here in the middle, as you may guess, we're going to have our costume number, which just keeps track of which level we're on. So as you can see, if we refresh, a wave 2 balloon will move slowly, but then a wave 1 balloon will move faster and ultimately will surpass it. Awesome. So if we change this wave to start at level 4, let's say, as you can see, the 4s move very slow and the 1s and 2s move faster, and yeah, so that's working great. That's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.